tiny bit. Great. Okay, you guys are looking down at me. That's really cool. Kayla, tell us about your sound. How would you describe it? What can you say about your sound?
Well, this little kid just told me that my beats sounded like Juice WRLD.
Like Juice WRLD. Wow, that's impressive.
No, I wouldn't compare myself to another artist. I would just say it's like indie rap, sad girls. I don't really know. I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay. You don't necessarily have to.
Everything. It's because it's like everything. I have some R&B, some kind of like harder stuff. But I mean, I try to aim more for like in a hip hop rap genre.
Well, you've got a nice balance. What about you?
With my kind of music, it's all about having its own character, and your type of character has to incorporate with your type of music. So with mine, it's like rap and kind of like hardcore rap with like screaming and talking fast. That's just kind of how I always made me feel, like I'm in that mood. Like I just want to go rip shit up and fuck shit up. But I can't always express that because, you know, we in public, can't get in trouble. But yeah, that's definitely a good output for my music.
I like it. Your avenue for expression is very strong, and it bleeds through in your words. Well, both of you, and so it's fun to have you express listen to your philosophy, your life philosophy through your music. It's been great. Tell us about your writing process. How do you come up with your songs?
A lot of my songs is just like I'll listen to the beat and then I'll freestyle like over it, and then I go back and listen to it. I'm like, oh, that was good. I'll keep that. But sometimes I'll just sit and I just start writing. Sometimes it just comes to me, like it feels like a message from like the gods. They're like, take this. It's not even mine.
So it's almost like you're tapping into something that's beyond yourself, huh?
That's how I like to think of it. I think I'd like to throw in pieces of myself in there, but most of the time it's just like going really, really deep within and just like try to write from that center place, which could just be myself, it could be something else, I'm not sure. But I think that your center is where the magic comes from.
Outstanding. That's really well said.
With my writing process, it's kind of like I have those certain moods where I get into like the writing process and I'll come up with some sick ass bars and then I'll get out of that process like 30 minutes later. So it more so comes to me when I'm in a mood and I write it down. I also write my bars down first before I get the beat, and then I'll explore my lyrics a little bit, kind of fuck with the flow, and then I'll go to my producer and have a beat custom made to my song.
Thank you for that insight. That's awesome. So you guys may or may not know a little bit about the Boise Hive. What's your connection to the Boise Hive? Have you been here? How much have you used it? And how'd you end up here?
Yeah, so I've been to the Hive a few times. I think starting like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, I would just come to utilize like the recording space just to have like a quiet space to work on music. Because I was like homeless at the time and didn't have a good place to work on music. So it was really nice. And then I think last summer I was actually supposed to do a performance for the same event. But then, I don't know, I think I just got anxious and like canceled it. So this time I was like, I want to pull through and do it this time. I have songs I can produce and perform. So I like messaged them and they're like, okay. So, yeah.
Super glad you did. You have an impressive library of songs, and you've been really busy recording and creating.
Literally every single day for like the past the past year and a half, maybe 2 years, every single day. I just write, record or something. Otherwise I will literally go insane.
True words. That's really good to hear. I mean, Not that you're almost insane, but
I wouldn't say that, but
that the music and that you're creating every day, and that's your mechanism and how to cope with some of that.
yeah, everyone needs a good outlet, and so I feel like I'm trying to use music as a healthy coping skill.
Well, I think you're doing great. And is she doing okay, everybody?
Yeah.
And thank you for fighting through the anxiety to come back and put your best self out there. How does it feel now that that's done?
I feel like there's a big weight off my shoulder.
Well, you did great. I just want you to know that.
Thank you.
All right. What else can you add to that?
I'm sorry, I got lost and you asked me a question again.
Okay. Honestly, it doesn't matter. I think, yeah, just how you use, music to get through some of your things.
Well, I often found when I'm either alone in my head and I don't have anybody really around me, I just kind of get deep in my thoughts. And oftentimes those thoughts can lead to like violence or me destroying shit, like me going downtown late in the night and taking my anger out on the city, or just doing things I'm not really supposed to be doing. So I feel like that with music, it's more of a better way to express with how I'm feeling, what's going on in my head.
Very good. The question was about the Boise Hive and how you ended up here, but that's really what we were getting at. Okay.
It was actually because of Princess right here. She heard that I was looking for some local shows to get onto, and she was already looking at this place, and so she sent me the email to the director here, and I checked it out for myself, went on YouTube, seen some of the videos, and saw it was like sick as fuck. So of course I wanted to get in on it. So it was all through her where I found the Hive at.
Look what you done, Caleb, making opportunities for your people.
I mean, I love making music, but one of my goals is to open my own record label, because I have so many friends that are making music, and I just have a lot of experience behind the scenes working with other local artists, even though I haven't done a lot of performances. Just connections. I feel like I know how it works, and so if I have an opportunity for myself, it's not just for me, it's everybody in the whole gang, and I want as many people to have access to the same things that I do, so we all have a fair chance to make it. And there are people, I feel some of my friends, especially Dom, who have incredible talent that just need to be shown. People just need to hear it. That's all.
Awesome. We love promoting people here and bringing people up with us and creating opportunities. That's what the Boise Hive's here for. I mean, it's literally a community center, resource for musicians to come up and show what they have, just like you guys have here tonight. Okay, so the Boise Hive, as you guys probably know, is more. It's more than just about the music. It's also about mental health and suicide prevention and awareness. And it's no secret, both you guys, lyrics are pretty dark, pretty heavy at times, and that's great. It's that's your expression and your connection to the natural world and how it makes you feel. And so expressing that is always awesome, and to hear it is even better. But the Boise Hive is here for suicide prevention and awareness, and we like to have discussions about it. And we have resources here like the counseling center for people, musicians. It's free of charge. If you know anybody that needs to use these resources, there's a person on the other line, on the other end of the line rather, and the email address is thrive@boisehive.org, and reach out, talk to somebody, come down here, because this is where we work through some of that stuff, is right here on this stage in this room and in this building, for our own mental health. But there are resources here for the musicians and just the general community come and use it. So if you need to talk to somebody, please call, please come down. Don't bottle it in. It's okay. It's normal, and everything's gonna be great. So I guess your thoughts on mental health and, I guess, your final thoughts on how, music can get you through, the rough times.
I guess like opening up is good because it helps other people know they're not alone. So like I'll open up a little bit. I struggle really, really heavily with mental health. I have been through some very traumatic things. I know, I got daddy issues, all the good stuff. And like one of the biggest things I struggle with is like schizophrenia, and like it is hard sometimes because you don't know how to word to other people what you're experiencing, because it's like so complex in your mind, built off of so many like thoughts and theories that aren't even true. And so like when I can do music, it's just like I can just barf, like I can literally just like barf into like the mic, and then I can play back and like listen to it for myself, and I'm like analyze and I'm like, oh, that's what's going on. I just like am my own like therapist, and I just like go back and like records. I'm like, oh, this is how I was doing it this time, and oh, you can hear in this song I started to cheer up a little bit. It's just like I feel like a mood tracker, and then a release, like really, really good release. And then also it's just like having the opportunity to go and perform and meet people, make connections. Like I feel like music is one of those things that you can make it no matter like your mental health. I've seen so many other artists who've made it who struggle with the same things that I do, and so it makes me like want to continue doing that. And then I want to be the same role model for like other people, like other artists have been for me, and like use my influence as like a tool to help people who've been through the same things as me, because I feel like I've gone through a wide range of crazy stuff and gone through it myself out of it on my own. And so if I could convey to other people through my music how to get out of it, like that's like the least I could do.
Very well said. Thank you for your authenticity and your honesty. Dom, what do you have to add?
I feel like very often mental health is very overlooked or often not talked about in the right way. I feel like that mental health would not be such an issue if people had more outlets to get it out in. And oftentimes people get trapped up in their mind without any way to express what they're going through. And I feel like music is especially one of the great tools that you can use as an outlet to get it out there, because simply saying it or yelling it, just getting it out and out of your head, saying it in words, that can do a lot in itself.
Absolutely. Just even the simple verbalization of how you feel can make a huge difference. It's incredible. Thank you both for your honesty and your talents and putting yourself out there. You guys both really, pardon my French, but you both made this stage your bitch tonight. So well done. All right.
Yeah.